Welcome to the F Number, the podcast about photography and art, and life and photography and art. And welcome, guys, to my place because, yes, guys, I'm recording this podcast in my place. Well, guys, by now I hope you have been taking a lot of photographs, not every day, but almost, if it's possible, of course. And as well, that have you enjoyed every frame, because this is what our photography is personally, and I hope for you as well. Enjoy every single frame. This time, guys, we will talk about some painters, mainly art, of course, and one photographer, and we will see what we can get from this to try to catch something in the most natural way for us about composition in photography, which is what all we really need. First, guys, I would like to recommend you to watch the work of Edgar Degas and Renoir. These are painters, very well known and very famous painters, guys, and take a look on their work, and what you will find is that they are amazing, simply amazing, right? Let's not try to make a mess with this. So they are painters, they are amazing, but go a little bit further. Focus more, a little bit more, guys, and you will see. You will see that these painters, they were painting normal life and every day in the life of normal people around, in the life in a party, what is happening around them, what they saw at the moment in a public party, in a piazza, or what they were watching in a pub, or in a kind of this place that you go for drinking and at the time and their time, and they were painting normal life as if they were photographers. Yes, guys. So you see why we are talking about this, guys. I want that you catch one idea, and this is photography is an art. First, nothing else, you are artists, as we already have said about ourselves, because this is very important. And now, guys, realize about that. There is nothing new art. Something is art because, okay, maybe it's beautiful, maybe it's not beautiful, maybe only just because the subject make you feel an emotion, or angry or happiness or whatever, right? So from that point of view, almost anything can be art, almost, and that's okay, that's fine, that's okay. That gives us a chance to get into the arts and be successful. But what we need? Sensitivity, guys. That's what we talk in one of the first podcasts, and it's very important for you that by now I would like to believe that you've been trying to discover more and more and more the sensitivity in yourselves, and explore that sensitivity and find out what makes you feel happy, angry, love, passion, angry, emotions, basic human emotions. And from there you will start focus your subject in a very different way, because you will find that everything is magic. Even a normal day, even a normal party, even the drunk people in a pub, or I don't know, a shadow, light. If you see the world around you, guys, through the eyes of an artist, you will see different. And that's why now I want to recommend you and encourage you guys to watch carefully in the work of three very famous painters. Yeah, I know. What is this? It's not about photography. What are you talking about? I mean, let's talk about photography. Let's talk about brands. Let's talk about lenses. Let's talk about flashes and gadgets and sensors and DPIs and whoa. No, guys, it's not about that. I'm sorry again. I'm sorry for disappoint you guys, but that doesn't gonna happen. It's not the way. It's not the way to achieve anything real in a photography field. So yes, guys, I have to say something. Excuse if you hear something like a baby crying in the background or anything else, but this is my daughter and my wife, and well, so let's continue about the podcast and about photography. Why I'm saying this, because if not, this will take me hours to finish, because well, she's growing and now she's making more and more noises and start talking and whatever. So alright guys, let's back talk about photography and art. So yes guys, it's very important to take a look in the work of these three painters, and what we can see is that there is nothing new in art, and from there you will start catching naturally the right values to make an image, to construct properly an image, to can put this image into the field of arts. Why? Because you will start how to say this properly, you will start learning your eye to see in the correct proportion. We guys, we the humans, we have a sight, our eyes basically can just see a very small range of what is around us, but we see what we have in front of us, what we see is always in a correct proportion. It's like the nature works by itself, guys. It's like the Fibonacci numbers or the spiral or whatever, all these theories that maybe have you heard about it, and that maybe you already know, maybe even better than me guys, maybe, yes, of course, that everything in nature is constructed by a geometric law. So our human body is perfect and it's pure art because it's constructed in a perfect harmony way. Our hands, our arms, our body, everything is constructed perfectly, following these perfect proportions. And our sight is perfect because catch the perfect proportions from everything which is around us. It's very limited, yes, but it's perfect. So that's why it's very important for us to watch in the work of painters, because as we said previously guys, the painters had a lot of time to make the paintings and to place the subjects and the people here and there in the perfect place. But there is one thing: if you watch once and another time and another time into their work, you will start learning your eye to see in the proper way. So when you take your camera and take a look through the viewfinder, and this is very important, you need to take a look through the viewfinder, not through the real life finder in the back of your camera if you have a digital camera, because it's not the same. The screen on the back of your camera will never show you a perfect proportion. So what you will gonna have at the end is crap. It's nothing. What you have and what you need to see and basically what we have to use is the view that we have through the viewfinder of the camera. That's the best. That's the best option, the best way that we have to can compose properly and correctly and beautifully a picture. So yeah, take a look in the work of Renoir and you will see, guys, how to put the subject, the places, the area that you have to use in your viewfinder, right, to make the correct values, aesthetic values, to make harmonious image and within the parameters of the perfect proportions, golden proportions. Take a look in the work of Caravaggio and you will see that even a shadow and a contrast between shadow and light, it could make more interesting your pictures. It could make more interesting what you are watching around you, and discover that everything, even in our normal days, is not simple. But that's why it's very important to watch in the work of these painters. If you take a look as well in the work of Degas, you will see the way to compose a portrait, the proper and the correct way to compose a portrait. And these are just the basics, guys, so don't take me as if I want to impose something as a rule. There are no rules, guys, basically. We are just discovering ourselves as a photographers, as an artist, and what we need is proper examples. Not the examples that we have nowadays in most of the photographers and the artists. Now they are not really as easy to take, to try to learn something. They are fantastic, they are very good, they are amazing, but from the classics it will be easy for us to understand the values and start assimilating all these values, and then it will be easier for us to build our own language, our own way to express our ideas, which is a part of the process when we are just starting. So it's very good to start in this way. And now I would like to recommend you guys to take a deep look in the work of a color photographer, a very well-known photographer, Ernest Haas, and he is very well. He's amazing. He's a very good photographer. And when you take a look on his work, you will immediately feel that you can as well grasp nice images from your day-to-day life, because on his work you will see that he found the extraordinary facts within the simplest things around him in life, like garbage, a leaf in a bench in the park, a shadow in a building, the reflex in a mirror, in a window, on the escapades, on the magazines, on the main streets. And I'm almost sure, guys, that you will start finding the poetry in photography, which is a bit... So, well, guys, this podcast has came to its end. I just can say thank you for being here, thank you for listening to me, and I hope to find you here in the next one. And remember, guys, the best picture is the next picture. And sometimes this best next picture takes 20 or 100 of pictures in between. So enjoy every frame, guys.